Hi, guys. How's it going? Good morning. Happy Friday. How's Team Presence doing? How we doing, guys? Can you hear me? Here we go. Yes. Hey, Jean. Good morning. Hi, Erin. Hi, Anna. Hola from the Sunshine Coast, one of my favorite places. Hey, Tracy. Hi, Destiny. Great. Good morning, Shan. We're going to stay on a little longer today. If you guys have any comments, any questions, it's all good. So we're just going to work on that heart space today. I've been doing a lot of posts about love, and really, love is a byproduct of getting really clear, so we can start to really feel a deeper kind of love. When we're clear. So the love doesn't have conditions. It's not conditional for us, and it's not conditional for others. So we could be desperately different, desperately divided, and see each other, see the world, the perspective so differently. And yet, because we're so clear, we have the capacity to hold it all. You know, that idea of holding space. It's just like, it's all good, because everybody has their own timeline. Everybody has their own preference. And could we, instead of going into division and negativity or anything like that, closing down, could we, or pain, could we go into, oh, it's okay to just love here. But like I said, it's not physical. It's way deeper than that. It's the part of you that just knows that everything's okay. Everything's going to be okay. So it's your higher self coming in and showing you a deeper kind of love. And that really is the greatest way to move into this higher consciousness, is to be an example of that. So let's just use the frequencies today to really just feel that. So as we take a deep breath in, so it always starts with the self. We need to nourish the self first, understand and feel that love for ourselves first. And we get really balanced and strong with that. And then we can take it out into the world. So as we take a deep breath in, just wherever you are, we want to show that wherever we are, we can do this. So if you feel trapped in a crappy place, not where you want to be, you can still shift and create a different, an alternate perspective for yourself and move quite effortlessly into something that feels more aligned for you. So we don't run away from where we are, we actually dive deep into it. So as we feel our feet on the ground, body, could we bring a deeper love in for our body? So often we use words like there's something wrong, why are you letting me down? when we reject parts of our physical body. Could we bring a deeper type of love into and around the body today, into every cell, to all the parts? Just refreshing it right now. A wave of healing moving through the body. Releasing the toxins, releasing the trauma. Releasing any physical programming around the body. Just feeling that washing through. And the mind, the headspace. It's where the ego exists. It's a trap. If you notice yourself referencing, shooting up to the head, just pay attention to that. Being very mindful of our thoughts, of the programming, distorted patterning in the mind. It's deep, bred in the bone, the lineage, society. We get to a place where we have no thoughts. And the thought comes in as we need it. But when we're present, the mind is clear. Waiting for a cue, we follow it through, and then blank again. So feeling that possibility. Heart. Part of you that never dies. Part of you that knows everything. The part of you that's one with everything. Part of you that's simple, all-knowing. Just imagining like a bud of a flower, just blossoming, feeling your heart. Opening. Generating all around you that all is well, that you're home, you're safe, that you are powerful, that you are love. So we can set everything down, set all our defenses down, set all our stories down, set all the drama and the trauma down. Set all of our addictions down. And come closer to your true nature. So feeling that. So feeling all the systems. In harmony, the mind, the body, the heart. Let's get quiet for a minute. And then just clicking that in so it's your natural state. It becomes very natural for you to resonate here. You'll see the world very differently. Different perspective. But truly it's how you see yourself. As we take a deep breath in, just coming back. To wherever you are. Just feeling yourself. Taking that through the weekend. And just practicing. How you guys doing? Yeah, peaceful. That's our natural state. Even if it's super busy, we generate that as our day could be very active and we still feel that way. And that's just because you're present. It's an amazing thing. And you did that today. A lot of obstacles popped up today. Yeah. Obstacles, they pop up. There are challenges. There are teachers. The same for me. Always so many obstacles. So many obstacles. But, we lean two shoulders in to the obstacles is what I find happens. It's, we're no longer in fear around things that are happening. We're empowered. So you just keep going. You're welcome, Lisa. Yeah, you keep going, and you guys are really getting the hang of it. Does anybody have any questions or any comments, like anything that you've noticed with yourself, any changes that you want to share? That because what I find is newer people in the group that are going through the big shifts. When people share, it's an amazing thing. Keep going and growing. Exactly. Always, always, always. Right to the last breath. And yeah, we don't need to fear anymore. I love how so this is supposed to be a question. I've really noticed this, and I want to comment on you guys, is that Fridays I open up a time for if anyone wants to ask a question. But when we become present, we don't have any questions because we're just too busy being. So that's why now I'm kind of calling this a comment time, because I really noticed that, there were periods where I would work with people and there'd be so many questions, but it's because they weren't getting locked into presence. But it's really, you guys have been sticking it out, and because of that, you're locked in. And you see when you're there, it's like all the things that mattered, you realize that, what truly matters here. We start to really see things from a higher perspective, a higher vantage point. We allow people to stumble and fall. It's the way I talk about my children. It's like, that's the growth, but to be able to hold the space, to hold the space for them as they trip and fall. And as I extend a hand in love, but I don't pull them up, they pull themselves up. Same for you guys. I've noticed more clarity. I'm less hard on myself, more forgiving. I've made big decisions without as much fear. It feels really good to actually see and feel the growth. Yeah, exactly. And see, you're doing that. You are doing that. And so it's just, this is a space that you can safely land back in your heart. Because what I notice is when, I used to pull, it's like I would pull people out of that dark hole, and then they would just slip back in again. And it's like, eventually I just heard, it's like, just hold the space, Kaya. The power comes when we do it for ourselves. I don't fear anything now. I know I can work through the obstacles. Exactly. That's it. So that's why I'm commenting with you guys. It's just, you guys have it. And like you've rolled up your sleeves, and it's like, enough. We get to a point where we know we've seen enough. We know what pain is. We've experienced it enough. That was definitely my trajectory. I put myself through so much pain that it was like, yeah, I'm not going to do it that way anymore. I'm going to do it a different way. And then making that desire known. It's like, I want to do it where I transcend the suffering, and then when that happens, it's like, you guys are now, if you're living like that, you're ultimately in service for people, because you're representing. That's all that happens. It's a natural evolution that you want to show people too, that, hey guys, there's another way. But the other person has to be ready. So that's when I say, please share. It's like, Like, we can plant the seed. Say there's 100 people and we plant the seed. Maybe one person go, oh, I want to jump in. So not everybody, but people are waking up. And so it's a beautiful time. It's a really intense time. But with that intensity comes a tremendous opportunity for us to really get locked and loaded in. This higher consciousness is what I call the higher timeline. So this space is this higher timeline. I'm not interested in being a victim. I'm not interested in living in a world where I'm told what I have to do, what I can and can't do. But it comes through as a frequency. So it's not about where you live, it's about who you are. Okay? So you're transcending into a higher way of being, and then you will naturally just be free, and you'll be guided, and you'll get yourself out of, if you feel like you're backed into a corner, you'll get yourself out through. You can just transcend it. It's not like you have to fight it anymore. You don't have to bash against negativity. You don't have to bash against. For me, sometimes I get people wheeling pieces of turd at me, so I don't wheel a piece of turd back. I step beyond it, above it, away from it, and then it boomerangs back. It boomerangs back. That's what we want to do. Be it. Just be that higher frequency. That's it. Life gets a lot easier. We got this, guys. So have a beautiful weekend. And I hope to see some of you at 1. 1 is spectacular. It's so beautiful. It's different. It's different than this. And I would love for all of you to experience it at some point. And, I'm just here for you, however that is. No one gets left behind. No one gets left behind. We got this, guys. I'll see you soon.